So let's talk about some of the projects you're going to do in this very first lesson. At the top, you get a little hint. It says a recall of prior Excel skills. So many of these things you've already done before. You just may not quite remember. And then we're building a few new skills on top of that. The biggest difference here is that you don't have a textbook that says, click here, now click here, and do this, now do that. Instead, you are given the project and you get the chance to do some problem solving skills and maybe some research in order to remind yourself, all right, how do we do this? At the top of each lesson, I'm going to have a brief summary of everything that's in the lesson. So you can see we have several different projects here worth $800 each, a couple projects worth $900 each, and then finally a larger one. These are basically your deliverables. So this is a good summary of the things that you are going to deliver back to me. A reminder that there's a token opportunity to be found at the end of this lesson. And a reminder that if you run out of time and you need an extra week to do these projects, you can ask for that extra week of time, but it's going to cost you $3,000 of token money. Now at this point you haven't actually earned any token money, but that's okay, you can go in the hole. The first project is the MESA project, and there are actually several items here that go together. So this first one here gives you a hint. You're going to use the following functions: upper, proper, concatenate, and left. So that's kind of giving you a heads up of some things you can anticipate you're going to use to do this project. Here are the actual requirements, 1 through 7, the things that you're going to do to this file right here. So if you open this file, you will see something like this. And so with that file next to you, you are going to do those items 1 through 7. Now if you want additional help, there is an optional PDF here to use if you want some help with some of the functions. Now remember, you were given a hint of the functions that you are going to find helpful right here. But this PDF, if you open it, all you really want out of here is this very first page, and I have an arrow here pointing to this table. This table summarizes the function itself, what it looks like in Excel. So if you type equals and the word left, and then you're going to have in your parentheses some requirements. And if you do that, here's what it does. It returns a specific number of characters at the left side of the string. So if you had the word Michael and you said, give me the first 3 digits starting on the left side, it will return MIC. If, on the other hand, you used equals right, it would start from the right side of the word and it would return the last 3, which would be AEL. Okay, so this is a table summarizing the function, what it kind of looks like, which is just basically typing in the equals word and typing in the word in this case, and then what it'll do. So you might find that reference helpful. You can also go doing some YouTubing as well and see what you find there. Once you have done these things to this file, and I should warn you, this one's not going to look very pretty. I'm asking you to add some additional columns and do some things. It's going to look a little ugly, like you're going to have the person's name several times in the file. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm not looking for pretty on this one. If you were actually submitting it to a boss, you would want to remove the redundant name data. But in this case, I want to actually see your formulas. I want to see how you got what you got. So go ahead and leave everything in there and submit your files to the Dropbox. And that's it with this one, I guess. So I'll do a separate recording where I move on to the next one. Oh, just as a quick reminder, I also have in these first few lessons exactly how I'm going to grade the project. So if that's information that you really like to have, you can see how many points are allocated to each one of those requirements listed up here, 1 through 7.